Part 7. Hippie vampires know how to fight. So Selene and David retreat to the Nordic Coven to take cover. Alexia and the Lycans ambush them there, and the peace-loving vampires have a fully loaded armory. What the fuck? Sure, people say that if you want peace, you must prepare for war. But they say in the bloody movie that because of the chilly location of the Coven, it makes it very difficult for warm-blooded peoples to get to them. So why isn't this year cold enough to deter the Lycans? Also, even if the Nordic vampires were well armed, how many enemies have they actually fought? Training is one thing, experience is quite another. And whose bright idea was it to give them swords and crossbows and have them fight Lycans wielding assault rifles? Seriously, the whole premise is fucking ridiculous. Part 8. Marius' plan makes no sense. So Marius wants to bring the war to an end. How? By copying Lucian's idea of making one single race. Alright, so what's wrong with that? Well, he wants to use blood in order to do this, and he promises Selene that he won't kill her. But he tells Selene this after he has already thoroughly kicked her ass. So it makes him think she's going to believe him. If he really wants peace that badly, why doesn't he just talk to her? Why is he being so aggressive about it? To make matters more confusing, he has a vampire girlfriend, that Alexia bitch. So if he really wanted to end the war by making one single race, why doesn't he just retire to somewhere, like South America, with Alexia and start creating his master race on the down low, if you know what I mean. I mean, with all the advances in modern technology, he wouldn't even need to wait for his child to be born to get its blood. He could just take a sample of it while it's still a fetus. So what's with the aggression, the war, and the desperate attack on the Eastern Coven after he finds out no one knows where Eve is? Seriously, there are so many things he did wrong that I'm beginning to suspect that the whole movie was filler made from recycled ideas. Part 9. Michael's Doom. So, some way, somehow, Marius found Michael. It's never really explained how or when, but it is vaguely suggested that Marius may have worked for Antigen, and that's how he knew about Michael's existence. But, how in the hell did he beat Michael in submission? Marius should have only been a regular Lycan, whereas Michael is a damn hybrid. So how did that happen? Also, because of Michael's demise, I have to bring up the purpose of the existence of his character. Basically meaning, why the fuck is he even here? Okay, so Michael has only been in 2 movies so far. Yes, you could argue that he was an awakening, but his role in that movie was so small and inconsequential, I have to disregard it. And as a result, I have to ask why. Why was Michael in 2 movies and then killed off? If they're just going to axe him down the line with so little development to his character, this begs the question. Is Michael really all that necessary to the story? Or is he merely a prop for Selene and Eve's story? They could have just written his part as any other werewolf that Selene banged. And that raises another important question. Were Selene and Michael ever truly in love? Am I the only one that doesn't believe their love story? Sure, they've saved each other's asses a couple times, and they find each other attractive, but is that really a good enough reason for an insta-romance and or to have sex? I'll let you decide. But the answer is no. And because their only romantic moment was a sex scene in a shipment container, I have a lot of trouble believing that Selene actually loved Michael. That whole scene in Awakening where she's crying because she believes Michael to be dead always struck me as off, and I couldn't put my finger on why. Now I know why. It's because their love story is bullshit.